before. The attack by a pack of coyotes on household dogs during the night in a rural area of Mexico has caused severe property and emotional damage to the local residents. Based on surveillance footage, the incident occurred around 2 a.m. at a farm in the Zacatecas region, central Mexico. A pack of approximately 10 coyotes suddenly rushed in to attack the family's dogs. As a result, 2 domestic dogs did not survive and several other domestic dogs were seriously injured. Faced with such serious problems caused by coyotes, how do Mexican farmers cope? Every year, the Mexican government licenses 200 hunters to participate in wolf hunting, who have experience and skills in hunting. The hunting license has clear regulations on hunting areas, hunting methods, and safety regulations when hunting for hunters. The license is valid for a period of 6 months to 1 year from the date of issue. The license clearly states that each hunter is allowed to hunt from 2 to 5 animals in one hunt. In case a hunter violates any regulations in the license, they will be punished according to the law, including the hunter having his hunting license revoked and being fined. Compliance with legal regulations has helped hunters ensure safety during hunting and promote animal welfare. From 2020 to the present, the number of coyotes culled in Mexico has decreased from 5,000 to 2,000. This has contributed to reducing wolf intrusions into rural areas, which benefits ecosystem conservation and community safety. Hunting coyotes at night helps hunters easily approach and shoot them down. The advantage of hunting coyotes at night is that the coyotes' limited vision makes it difficult for them to detect hunters and react slowly. The important thing that hunters need to note is that when hunting at night, they should not go alone, but should go in groups of at least 2 to 3 people to support each other in case of emergency. Wolf hunting whistles are a tool used by Mexican hunters to attract coyotes closer to hunting areas. This whistle imitates the cry of a rabbit or deer to attract the attention of coyotes. Fox Pro whistles are popular because of their durability and sound similar to the cries of their prey. Hunters can use gentle calls to attract coyotes from afar, or use loud and intense calls to stimulate their hunting instincts once they are close. When hunting coyotes in large fields, hunters often wear clothing with similar colors and patterns to their surroundings. Hunters also combine camouflage with leaves to reduce the attention of coyotes. It is important to camouflage the entire body, including the face, arms, and legs, to catch the coyotes off guard. When hunters move against the wind, coyotes will not be able to detect their scent, helping them avoid danger and giving hunters a better chance of approaching and hunting coyotes.
Whoa!
If hunters are not using a compass, they can feel the direction of the wind by holding their hand out.
Drilled up.
Female hunters demonstrate their bravery by participating in wolf hunting, an activity typically considered for men. This requires female hunters to develop essential skills such as using guns, having knowledge of hunting terrain, and handling emergencies.
Let me crushed him. Whoa!
I see it.
However, some people are prejudiced and discriminate against female hunters because wolf hunting is dangerous and considered unsuitable for women. This perspective comes from the concept of gender equality. Let's dispel these stereotypes about women hunting coyotes, raise awareness, and create an equal environment for their passion. Wolf footprints appearing near stream banks and on the snow surface are important signs that help hunters discover their hiding places. These footprints not only reveal the presence of coyotes but also provide information about their direction and behavior. Wolf footprints are typically 4 to 5 inches in size, with larger footprints typically belonging to the alpha wolf. This information allows hunters to plan their approach and hunt more effectively. In Mexico, the Sierra Madre Occidental region holds wolf hunting from November to February when snow covers the mountains. At this time, coyotes often move to lower areas to search for food. However, moving on snow is very difficult, so hunters often use snowmobiles for support. Snowmobiles help hunters access areas with difficult terrain while reducing fatigue and risk when traveling in harsh weather conditions. Every time they go hunting, the hunter shoots down 1 to 2 coyotes. Significantly contributing to reducing the number of coyotes in the Mexican region and protecting their countryside from the threat of this species. According to reports from the Sierra Madre Occidental area, during each wolf hunt, hunters can hunt a wolf weighing up to 120 pounds. Some communities do not support wolf hunting for conservation and ethical reasons. They argue that coyotes play an important role in the ecosystem, helping to control other animal populations and maintain natural balance. hunting can lead to a decline in wolf numbers, with negative consequences for the environment. Additionally, many people believe that hunting coyotes is cruel and unnecessary, and they call for more humane wildlife management and conservation measures. The government requires hunters to collect wolf carcasses after hunting for many important management and research purposes. This helps scientists collect data on the health, age, and population status of coyotes, thereby providing more effective conservation and management measures.
Woo!
Comment 1 if you agree that Mexican hunters deal with millions of invasive coyotes with guns. Thank you for watching the entire video. Share this video for your family to have good luck, and continue watching the next video with me.
According to the data from the Russian National Agriculture Center, Russia took third place with 1,193 reports of wild boars last year. The country tops the list with 2,425 reports of wild boars across 253 districts, with the Bryansk region coming in second with 1,377 reported in the past year. This country is in the top 5 with the largest number of harmful and invasive wild boars in the world. When food in the wild is scarce, they will lead their herds into farm areas to search for food. In 2023, a herd of wild boars destroyed a cornfield at night, causing significant damage. Without the appearance of wild boars, cornfields in Russia still bring in millions of dollars in revenue, making it difficult for agricultural authorities to find ways to limit their destruction. This cornfield was damaged in a very large area. Wild boars often attack at the edge of cornfields without human resistance. They will attack deep inside. They bite off corn plants and eat young corn ears. Every year, hundreds of thousands of acres of corn and other food crops are destroyed by this invasive species. Is your family's cornfield suffering from this invasive species as well? Please comment number 1 if you are looking for ways to deal with them and keep them off your farm. Russian people are having a headache trying to find ways to deal with wild boars attacking and destroying cornfields, causing heavy damage to the agricultural production. The Russian government passed the agricultural law and also allocated an additional $200 million for this wild boar response project, but the damage is caused every year. To protect their property, Russian farmers use the method of raising hunting dogs. They are intelligent and brave dogs. They have made great contributions in helping farmers protect cornfields and deal with wild boars. The dogs were taken to the place where there were traces of wild boars. As soon as they are released, they scatter everywhere to sniff out the exact location of wild boars. Wild boars are extremely intelligent and sensing impending danger when they hear a dog barking in the distance. They run away from their hiding place. In every hunt, there are usually 2 types of dogs used, including Doggo Argentina and mountain cur. Mountain cur possesses an extremely sensitive ability. The hunting dog's sense of smell helps hunters quickly find hidden places of wild boars. After discovering the target, They will surround the wild boar and bark to signal the group of hunters to know the location of the invasive species. At this time, the hunting dog that appears will grab the wild boar by its ears and hold it. This prevents the wild boar from shaking its head from side to side and from using its tusks to injure the hunters. Thanks to hunting dogs, hunters can approach and take down wild boars with hunting tools, thanks to which this hunting method is more effective. If you are almost certain to catch a wild boar using hunting dogs, these dogs have been trained and raised with a special diet, so they possess a large amount of energy in their bodies. They can run at a high intensity for a long time, so once they have identified the target, their prey has almost no chance of escaping. But in many cases, hunting dogs can be injured or can lose consciousness during hunts if they encounter large wild boars with sharp teeth. Are you curious about the second method to deal with this giant invader? Comment 0 below. Helicopters shoot down wild boars from above. They use all kinds of tools, from assault tools to fully automatic submachine guns. And hunters will use on open land that is not an area, residential area, to 12 HP helicopter, twin-engine utility aircraft. The experience begins before dawn with thorough safety core covering techniques and safe hunting gear practices in and around the aircraft. The hunt begins early in the morning with a sunrise takeoff when the wild boar is most active, and every hunter is equipped with a semi-automatic AR-15 equipped with a holographic red dot whip and unlimited gas portions. And for those who want to upgrade it to the ultimate upgrade for hunting gear, experienced pilots know exactly where the wild boar is hiding, and with airspeed just a few feet above the ground over more than 300,000 acres of farmland, chasing the wild boar from above at high speeds is great. I mean, isn't it great? Do you feel uncomfortable when the sound of giant rotating propellers scares the wild boar away from its hiding place? Your wireless headset crackles as the pilot announces over the intercom that fire has been activated, and all hell breaks loose as the sound of hunting gear erupts. Good hunters rarely waste an air pel. Each air pel will hit the target with this great hunting skill, helping the hunter kill 70 to 80 wild boars. Hunting wild boars by helicopters not only helps bring in a new type of entertainment to hunters, but it's profitable for businesses, and of course, it also helps farmers reduce headaches caused by invasive species. The final measure is the trap method. Each trap is equipped with a camera system, sensor system, and solar power. The remotely controlled system is powered by the most recent advances in remote camera technology, allowing real-time monitoring of wild boar activity on your phone, tablet, or your computer, using mobile data to know if wild boars have entered the trap. Each part of the trap is supported by a forklift, which makes it easier to install the trap, and simpler traps are usually made from stainless steel to help make the trap sturdy and maintain its longevity among all the trap techniques. After installation, the trapper will sprinkle bait inside the trap to lure wild boars into it. Their favorite grains are fermented rice or wheat corns, and now all remains is to wait for the results. Wild boars often panic when caught in a trap and run back and forth, even throwing themselves into the trap trying to find a way out. They will be bought up by wild boar farms to turn them into high-value food by 2021, estimated at $20.8 billion. Russian people often do not support wild boar hunting for many reasons. One of the main reasons is concern about the natural environment and ecosystem. Wild boars are an important part of the Russian forest ecosystem, and overhunting can cause a significant decline in wild boar numbers and negatively affect the ecological balance. In addition, some people also disagree with hunting because they consider wild boars a part of nature and consider dealing with them a violation of ethics and morality. Furthermore, in some cases, hunting wild boars can cause dangerous situations for participants when these animals protest or attack the hunter. Therefore, opposition and disapproval of wild boar hunting is common among the Russian population. Comment number 1 if you disagree with hunting to deal with wild boars. And comment 0 if your corn farm is being affected by this invasive species. Thank you for watching the entire video. Hit the like button and subscribe now. See you again.
Do you know which way baboons invade the city? They travel along trails, through forests, and along major roads to infiltrate residential areas. They can also climb on tree branches and electric wires to move. It is estimated that in 2020, the number of baboons invading Georgia's residential areas could range from 500 to 1,000. The weight of each animal is 20 to 30 pounds, and it travels in herds of 5 to 20 animals, according to local information. Another distinguishing feature of baboons from regular monkeys is that their tails are usually shorter than long-tailed monkeys, 4 to 6 inches long, and have no hair at the tip. These characteristics and behaviors help them climb and move more easily everywhere in the city. What do you think about their intelligence and flexibility? Comment 0 if you agree with this. You wouldn't think that the baboon's behaviors directly affect all the activities of people in the city. The main purpose of baboons when entering the city is to search for food, but due to their curiosity about cars parked on human roads. The actions of invasive monkeys seriously affect traffic participants. They sit on top of cars, causing the driver to obscure his vision, lose control, and crash into many other vehicles. Leading up to 2022, there have been more than 100 accidents caused by baboons in the city, injuring more than 50 people. At the same time, people will have to spend a lot of money to repair their vehicles. Invasive baboons cause a lot of harm. What should authorities in Georgia do to deal with them? Invading baboons are not afraid at all. They directly break the car's windshield when there are people in the car. They climb everywhere in the car, causing many scratches because their toenails are very sharp. So do you know how much it costs to repair a car? The cost to replace a windshield can range from $500 to $1,500 depending on the type of vehicle and extent of damage. The parking lot has become a destination for baboons. In Georgia, one of the most famous parking areas frequently attacked by baboons is the GMS Mall parking lot. At this parking lot, a car became the target of an attack by 5 to 7 baboons. Because the car owner forgot to close the car door, it made it easy for the baboons to attack inside. They scratch all over the car's body looking for food. This incident not only caused property damage to car owners, but also made many people concerned about their safety when traveling and living in the city area. To prevent traffic safety dangers caused by baboons, what do you think car owners should do to avoid similar incidents? Baboons not only invade parking areas but also affect Georgians by rummaging through trash cans and destroying household items. The negative effects of this behavior don't stop there. Baboons rummaging through trash and eating leftover food also pose a potential risk of spreading disease to humans. Garbage can contain many dangerous pathogens such as bacteria, viruses, and parasites. When baboons eat garbage and excrete indiscriminately, they can accidentally transmit pathogens to humans through direct or indirect contact. How to prevent the invasive and destructive behavior of baboons, protecting the environment and public health. Please share your thoughts below so everyone can comment and help you learn more information about this invasive baboon species. To deal with invasive baboons, hunters in Georgia have conducted adventurous hunts. They choose a location in the forest, setting up a baboon shooting tent as an effective means of hunting. This tent measures about 6 to 8 feet, large enough for hiding and convenient for the hunter. The latch material is made from parachute fabric, providing cover and protection from harsh weather. People often use this tent for about 2 to 3 days when hunting, preparing the necessary belongings before each journey. In particular, in front of each tent, they will prepare a large amount of fruit to attract baboons. This greatly improved the efficiency of their hunts, helping them deal with invasive baboons. This combination of quality tents and attraction strategies has enabled people to conduct hunts more easily and effectively, ensuring safety and success in taking down baboons. How will you disguise yourself when hunting baboons? Comment number 1, if you use the same method as above. Each year, the number of baboons controlled through hunting has increased significantly, helping to reduce their encroachment in areas of Georgia. The effectiveness of this measure has reduced the number of baboons, which has not increased in recent years. City dwellers no longer have to worry about regular invasions from baboons. However, to participate in hunting activities, the hunter must be of age, usually 18 years or older. Every day, they are only allowed to hunt a certain number of baboons, usually about 2 to 3. During hunts, the heaviest average weight of a baboon they hunt is about 20 to 25 pounds, depending on the size and health of the animal. This helps maintain balance in the species' population management and ensures that the inhabitants have a safer and more peaceful living environment. To reduce baboon encroachment in the city, periodic educational programs are organized to increase public understanding and awareness of the issue. Each educational course has a specific goal of providing information about baboon behavior and biology, how to respond to invasive situations, and safety measures when interacting with them. The courses for people take place in the spring and summer, when baboon invasions are often high. This education is intended to guide them on how to prevent and respond when encountering situations involving baboons. Participants in these educational programs must reach adulthood, usually 18 years or older, to ensure they have enough knowledge and understanding to apply what they learn to practice. Do you know any other methods to deal with invasive baboons? Please comment below so Georgians can learn. If you want to learn about baboon invasion in any country, please comment number 2 and add a location so we can help you explore. Thank you for watching the entire video. Click the like button and subscribe to the channel to see other invasive species in the next video. Did dingoes originate in Australia, or were they introduced? According to information, dingo dogs originate from Southeast Asia, introduced to the Australian continent by Austronesians through migrations about 4,000 years ago. In Brisbane, damage caused by dingo increased by 70% in 2022, with total losses reaching 1.4 million odd. Because they are highly adaptable, they can survive in many different environments, from arid deserts to tropical jungles. They hunt in groups and can take down prey as large as kangaroos. Therefore, Australians are facing many challenges, first of all causing ecological imbalance. At first, dingo dogs were brought to live with humans, assisting them in hunting and guarding. However, habitat changes, population growth, and lack of food have caused dingo dogs to increasingly attack livestock, especially sheep. Do you wonder why they are so affected? The reason learned from the farmer is that due to their slow-moving instinct, dingo dogs often attack the weakest sheep in the herd and weigh 50 pounds. Every year, they cause millions of dollars in damage to the livestock industry. The damage caused to the Australian livestock industry by the invasive dingo is a serious problem, affecting both livestock populations and the meat processing industry. With the huge body weight of cows and herds, why can dingoes still attack? The main reason is due to their group hunting behavior. They often coordinate attacks, forcing their prey into panic and creating conditions for them to easily attack. The next reason, grazing livestock outside large fields, also creates favorable conditions for dingo dogs because there is no direct control of the breeder. Each year, dingo causes losses to the Australian livestock industry from 100 million odd to 200 million odd. To minimize damage caused by dingo dogs, do you have any new measures to help Australians deal with this invasive species? If so, please comment 0 below. Did you know that invasive wild boar and deer are important species in the ecosystem? Overpredation by dingoes can lead to a decline in the species population, affecting the food chain and biodiversity. A dingo's running speed is 40 to 50 mph faster than a wild boar's 30 to 40 mph, and a deer's about 35 to 40 mph. Therefore, the dingo can move continuously for long periods, pursuing its prey relentlessly until it is exhausted. This helps them catch up with their prey in unexpected situations. They will attack the hips, throat, and abdomen of wild boars. What measures do Australians need to take to prevent serious damage caused by invasive dingoes to strike a balance between protecting the livestock industry and preserving the ecosystem? To catch and kill dingoes, Australian farmers use the popular method of setting leg traps to control the number of this species. After trapping them, hunters will use hunting tools to take them down. But there are some notes to ensure the safety of hunters. They must have a hunting license issued by the local government and have regulations on the number of dingoes allowed to hunt in a certain period. According to statistics from the Australian Department of Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry data, on average each year, about 10,000 dingoes are destroyed nationwide. I hope the above information will be helpful to you in dealing with invasive dingoes. You might wonder how many invasive dingoes each hunter will be allowed to hunt in 24 hours, right? According to local government management, a hunter is allowed to shoot 10 dingoes per week or 50 per month. In addition, hunters who violate dingo hunting laws may also be subject to the following penalties. In serious cases, the hunter may be prosecuted for criminal liability and face a prison sentence. Laws and regulations regarding dingo hunting may change over time. Therefore, hunters need to regularly update the latest information to ensure compliance with the law. If you have any questions, please comment below the description so we can answer them for you. The Australian hunter's secret when hunting is to avoid being attacked by dingo dogs. You should not go hunting dingo alone. Observe your surroundings for danger from wild animals or other hazards. Share your experiences of safe dingo hunting with others to raise safety awareness among the hunting community. Each hunter needs to be responsible for the environment, not littering or polluting the environment in the hunting area. The final measure, supported by some communities and a humane measure, is to return invasive dingoes to animal conservation areas. The most famous dingo sanctuary in Australia is the Fraser Island Dingo Sanctuary, located on Fraser Island, Queensland. This area of more than 160,000 hectares is the dingo's natural habitat, where they can freely move, hunt, and breed. Here, aggressive dingoes have been tamed due to the careful care of the staff, who provide food, water, and safe shelter. What do you think about this last measure? If you agree, please comment number 1. The above 3 measures have helped control the number of invasive dingo dogs, which has decreased sharply in recent years. In Australia, livestock farms and ecosystems have been restored to stability thanks to the above responses. In your opinion, which way of coping is the most effective? After watching the entire video, do you know why Australians have had such a hard time finding ways to deal with this invasive species? If you know the reason, please comment number 2. Thank you for watching this video. Click the subscribe button to watch the latest videos on how to deal with invasive species in Australia. Wild boars are known for their distinctive appearance, including sharp, hairy fangs and aggressive behavior, especially when threatened or confronted by the agricultural establishment. About 70% is mainly concentrated in Canada. Wild boars have a wide geographic range and the ability to adapt to new environments due to their rapid reproduction, early maturity, and long lifespan. Do you know how long a wild boar living in the wild can live? They can live as long as 10 years. With such longevity, they cause the most serious damage to agriculture in Canada. Every year, Canada incurs billions of dollars in damage to agricultural land and ecosystems. In particular, wild boars are famous for their addictive taste of corn. According to estimates, they cause millions of dollars in damage to corn production each year. When entering cornfields, wild boars often attack areas with dense tree density, where they can easily hide and search for food. They not only eat corn kernels, but also trample and destroy young plants. This behavior causes heavy damage to crops and makes it difficult for farmers to harvest. Farmers in Canada estimate losses from wild boars to reach $2 billion. In particular, Canada's agricultural industry lost about $500 million USD. Now, let's witness the horrifying destruction and power of wild boars. Wild boars can inhabit and devastate any area of the world, from fields to forests. From the above damage data, what do Canadians need to do to deal with invasive wild boars? They sought several integrated approaches that combined different measures. Please comment on number 1 if you are curious about the new countermeasures of Canadian hunters. Before going hunting, hunters need to prepare knowledge about hunting skills. Aiming skills are an important part of being a successful hunter. To become a good hunter, they need to spend time practicing and perfecting their skills. They will have to spend at least several months practicing model shooting before being allowed to participate in official hunting activities. During training, the hunter will go through many different exercises to improve his aiming skills. This includes getting familiar with hunting gear, adjusting to light and distance, and practicing orientation and stability while hunting. In areas where wild boars appear, hunters will hunt alone. But in Canada, they organize collective wild boar hunting activities. This demonstrates community efforts in protecting crops and the environment. The activity usually takes place in the fall and winter, when wild boars gather in search of food. Hunters must be 18 years of age and have a valid hunting license. At the same time, it brings safety to hunters when hunting collectively and is an opportunity to interact and share trophies. In this organized hunting activity, hunters are prepared with hunting tools as one of the countermeasures used to control the intrusion of wild boars, with the ability to quickly reduce the population of them. On July 20th, 2023, a hunter in Canada took down a massive wild boar weighing more than 1,102 pounds, the largest wild boar taken down in the country. This action not only brings joy to hunters, but also minimizes damage to local crops. About 1 million wild boars are killed each year. Some communities do not support it because hunting can cause pain to animals. Using hunting equipment can affect the environment, such as disrupting ecosystems and causing noise pollution. However, to solve these problems, the local government has set a policy of balancing between hunting and animal protection. That is, in a day the hunter is only allowed to hunt 4 or 5 animals. Besides, some communities support hunting to protect crops and to ensure the development of agriculture. What do you think about this hunting method? Please leave your comment below the description. To control the wild boar population, the Canadian government has applied many trapping measures. This challenge requires close collaboration from many stakeholders to achieve positive results and protect communities and the environment. Trap doors are an effective means of collecting wild boar. Operation is based on the activation of a spring latch when the wild boar steps inside. This spring latch is designed to collapse the door, creating an effective boar capture mechanism. First, set traps in locations where wild boars often appear, such as areas where they live or eat. The bait needs to be placed so that it attracts wild boars from outside to inside the trap. This is often done using foods that wild boars prefer, such as corn and other foods. Large iron cage traps in Canada will be designed with an additional solar panel to activate the trap mechanism. The designer of this type of trap wanted to save on the cost of activating the trap door with an electrical pulse. It helps hunters conveniently set traps when installing solar panels. To monitor trap performance, a camera should be installed nearby to check regularly and ensure that the trap is operating properly. When wild boars are detected, the trap will automatically activate and capture them. After that, the wild boars are moved on trucks to wild areas with few visitors and released there to live on their own. It is an act of humanity towards invasive wild boars. Applying sterilization to invasive wild boars is an effective and humane solution. Sterilization helps control the wild boar population and reduces their suffering. The medication method is a popular sterilization method. The effectiveness of this method may take several weeks or months. Wild boar cannot be defeated immediately like the two methods of hunting and trapping. This method is not painful for invasive wild boars, but requires compliance with control regulations. According to Canadians, trapping has proven effective in controlling wild boar populations in Canada. Millions of wild boars are caught using traps every year, and they can be installed in a variety of terrains, from crop fields to hard-to-reach areas such as deep forests. Traps are not only an effective solution, but also a sustainable way to manage and reduce wild boar populations. What method of dealing with invasive wild boars do you find most effective differs from the opinion of Canadian farmers? Comment 0 if you agree with the wild boar trapping method. Comment number 1 if you agree with Canadians' practice of hunting with hunting equipment. Thank you for accompanying hunters in their journey to deal with invasive wild boars. Click the like button and subscribe to the channel to watch the latest videos. According to a recent report by National Public Radio, Lufkin, a city in East Texas, is struggling with an increase in the number of invasive monkeys. These monkeys are said to have caused significant property damage, endangered public health, and even threatened the safety of people. In some cases, people have been attacked by monkeys, leading to a high risk of infection. Monkey feces are all over the streets, gardens, and amusement parks, causing serious environmental pollution and affecting public health. The wastewater system is also clogged with monkey feces, leading to the risk of disease outbreaks. Are you currently living in an area with invasive monkeys? What the climate and surroundings feel like? Lufkin, Texas, is famous for having the largest wild monkey population in the Americas, attracting millions of tourists each year. However, currently the city is facing a crisis caused by these monkeys. The number of monkeys increased dramatically, up to more than 3.5, and flooded the city, disrupting order and affecting people's lives. They destroy homes and businesses and even threaten human health. In the past, some residents fed monkeys and considered them part of the city's identity. However, the sudden increase in numbers caused the situation to become out of control. Going forward, what is the estimated cost of maintaining the invasive monkey control system in Lufkin, Texas, in USD per year? What is the reason for the increasing monkey invasion? The first reason is that tourists often throw trash indiscriminately and bring food and drinks, creating conditions for monkeys to easily find food. Feeding monkeys, especially food prepared by humans, will stimulate monkey reproduction. At the same time, local authorities need to take measures to deal with invasive monkeys so that they do not come and harass tourists. How do you feel when you are a tourist being harassed by invasive monkeys? Comment number 1 if you feel scared and anxious when being physically impacted by them. The invasive monkey problem in Lufkin, Texas is becoming more serious as the monkeys are frequently seen bathing in water tanks. Lufkin has many public water tanks used to water plants and provide water for outdoor activities. However, some invasive monkeys have discovered these water tanks and consider them an ideal destination for bathing. Some people tried to chase the monkeys out of the water tank, but these monkeys were very smart and agile, making it difficult to chase them away. A final major influence was the act of feeding invasive monkeys by people in the Lufkin area. According to statistics, the amount of waste caused by monkeys in Lufkin increased by 30% compared to before, leading to the risk of disease outbreaks. The number of infections due to living near the monkey invasion area in Lufkin has doubled in the past year. Although local authorities have implemented many propaganda and education measures, many people still lack awareness and continue to feed monkeys. To control invasive monkeys effectively over the long term, close coordination between local authorities, people, and wildlife protection organizations is needed. Don't take your eyes off the screen. The following video shows how to deal with invasive monkeys using traps. Using net traps requires patience and skill with the aim of not harming animals while ensuring safe data collection or taking necessary measures. However, the controversy surrounding wild monkey hunting has always been a big problem. Two opposing views were given. Some people said that this operation was cruel and unnecessary, while the U.S. government asserted that this was a measure to protect property and people's health. Net traps made from polyethylene fibers are cheaper and easier to find than other types of net traps. However, polyethylene fibers have lower durability and are not suitable for use in harsh environments. Therefore, you need to consider when buying this type of trap. Unlike net traps, iron cage traps are made from iron and are painted with a layer of paint on the outside to help preserve the trap for a long time. What is the convenience of this type of iron cage trap? This type of trap can be placed in cities where monkeys are infested. Every time people set a trap, they catch 5 to 10. They are often easily attracted by the bait in the trap. Attractive baits. When monkeys approach and try to find food, they will take the opportunity to find a way to get inside and access the corn. The use of traps must also comply with the provisions of the law. Hunters are licensed people who know how to use trap mechanisms, must be knowledgeable about monkey behavior, and also need to be able to handle dangerous situations when the trap is attacked. According to statistics from the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, in 2023, more than 3,000 invasive monkeys were caught in cage traps statewide. This number is down about 20% from 2022, when more than 1,200 invasive monkeys were captured. In particular, for the city of Lufkin, more than 1,500 invasive monkeys have been captured in the past 2 years. Don't worry about the problem of invasive monkeys. Local authorities will try to protect the community. Besides, people also use wooden traps, but it will take more time to install, and each time the trap will be less effective than the above two methods. So you must learn about the mechanism of action and effectiveness of traps before going hunting. You will wonder how the people of Texas will handle them after monkey traps invade, right? They will take humane actions to ensure animal welfare and policies. Nature reserves will be places for invasive monkeys to freely search for food and not affect the lives of people in the city. Is the Texas farmer's approach to dealing with invasive monkeys the most effective method? In the area where you live, If there is an invasion of monkeys, how do the hunters there deal with it? Please comment and share your solutions below to help the Texas area.
So since these solutions have been effective in preventing the growth of colonies of some invasive species, do you believe in any other better solution? If so, please don't forget to share your comments and opinions down below. Plus, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to support our channel with our upcoming videos. And lastly, don't forget to share this video with all your friends so that they can watch it and enjoy it as well.